guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking on the video. So today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. So I'm going to be doing a day of eating like the YouTuber Greg Doucette.
No, it wouldn't, Abby. If I made it with whole wheat and you don't think I've tried, I've been eating this way for 25 years, Abby.
Now, if you're not familiar with who Greg is and kind of why I'm making this video, there's a couple things I wanted to say before we jumped into it. So Greg is a coach that makes videos here on YouTube. He does a lot of like commentary stuff, and recently him and Abby Sharp, if you're not familiar with who Abby Sharp is, she is actually a dietitian that makes videos, and she does kind of diet commentary, and she'll pick apart people's diets and their full day of eating. She actually did one about me months ago now. So she did a video about Greg Doucette. He got upset and he made a video about her, and there was a whole thing going on. And in all the chaos, I made a video kind of saying what my opinions were. Now, there were some things in that video that were just wrong, and I was wrong, and I need to apologize because for me, I don't want to put things out that are wrong. I wrote something down in the video, like in the comments, but again, I want to state it publicly, I guess. So the first thing that I was wrong on was the fact that I said Greg tracks macros.
But I would say the main gist of why I think she has a problem with Greg is because she is very much so, you know, intuitive eating, not really tracking what you are eating. That was kind of one of her main critiques when she made her video about me. But Greg, he's obviously a professional bodybuilder, and he believes in like macros and tracking.
And he does not do that. And so, you know, that was the one thing that was wrong. And then the other thing that was wrong, I don't know if I would say that was wrong, but it was just kind of maybe just not correct. I know that doesn't make any sense, but in the video I said that Greg is more about entertaining and less about educating. I didn't really mean it in a negative way. I just think his videos are very entertaining. They're also very educating, and I think he's a very smart person. And like I said in the video, we agree on 99.5% of what we say. And so, but with that being said, a lot of the comments in the video were like, bro, you don't know what you're talking about. You need to try out Greg's cookbook and do a day of eating. And so that's what I'm doing. This video isn't paid for by Greg. He didn't give me the cookbook. I bought it myself. So I picked out some things that I want to make. We're going to see how it goes. And yeah, but before that, it's a rest day today. So I'm going to go on a long walk, and then we'll be back for breakfast. Alright, so it is a little bit later. It's like 11 o'clock now. I did like a 2-hour walk or something like that. It was nice. But what we're going to be making for the first meal is, of course, I had to make it, is the anabolic French toast. Now, this seems like to be a pretty simple recipe. I just want to make it very clear. I have not tried to cook any of these before this video. I kind of wanted this to be like an experiment of me trying to cook these things, because you guys know, if you watch my videos, your boy's not a chef. For me, the most important thing is convenience, and then taste is after that. But convenience is always going to be first for me. So you're supposed to use regular egg whites. This is all we had at my grocery store. It's like some weird fake egg product, but the macros and like calorie-wise, it's pretty much the same as just regular egg whites. We have some just regular white bread. That's what is specified in the ingredient list. Some ground cinnamon. We have some vanilla extract, and then we have some sweetener. So basically, you add all the wet ingredients to a bowl, mix them all together, dip the bread into that, and then, you know, put it on the pan, and you make French toast. So let's see how it goes. So we got everything mixed up right here. I'm doing 2 servings, so I just kind of times everything by 2. And now, so that's gonna make 4 pieces of French toast. So see how it goes. Alright, so I'm all finished up making it. That's what we got right there. I've added some blueberries on it because, I don't know, why not? Makes it look fancy. So this ends up being, actually, if you guys have been following me for a while, you'll know that I actually don't really track. I haven't tracked calories or anything in like, I don't know, like 4 years, but I'm gonna kind of try and track today just to kind of see, right? Because normally I eat anywhere from 3,500 calories to 4,000 calories per day, and I'm kind of curious to see like how many calories I eat today and still feel full, right? Like, Will it take me 2,000 calories to feel full, or will at 3,000 calories I'll feel full? I'm kind of curious. So this is 270 calories per serving, and there's 2 servings, so it ends up being 540 calories for this whole thing. So 540 calories, and there's about 50 grams of protein in this. So let's actually taste it. I also put the Walden Farms 0 calorie syrup on it as well. So that's like the syrup that I'm using. A blueberry. It's actually pretty fluffy. That's actually really good, especially for 50 grams of protein in that bad boy. I'll take it. So meal 1 went pretty well. Hats off to Greg, because I am the worst chef in the world. And the fact that I was able to do this and it turned out not a disaster is a point in my book for sure. So it's 1 o'clock now. I'm actually at my office. So what I am here for is because these curtains are not blocking out the light enough, and it gets really hot in this office. So I ordered some all black curtains that are supposed to be like thermoregulating, that will hopefully help with the heat problem in the office. So I'm going to spend a little bit of time hanging these up, and hopefully that'll help with how hot it gets in here, because these are it's just a wall of windows behind me, and once the sun starts coming in, it gets so hot in here. All right, so we have a problem. It's not long enough. Dang it! Well, that's not gonna work. So I ordered some more that'll be in here tomorrow. So I think I'm just gonna bring these home and maybe put them in my room, because I can use better curtains in my room. All right, I'll stop talking about this. Let's get back to the full day beanie. Okay, we're back home from the office. The curtain fiasco, it's still not over, but you know, we're done with it with this video. So the next thing I'm gonna make is a wrap. So this wrap is called the La Tortilla Chicken Wrap. I cannot find the exact like tortilla wrap that he uses, so I just bought this at my local grocery store. You'll notice that a few times some of the stuff that he says to put in, I couldn't find it, and I wasn't about to order things on Amazon for this. I figured if I can't find it at my local grocery store, I'll just buy something similar. So this is just like a normal wrap. It's 210 calories. So basically, it's a wrap with some chicken, veggies, a little bit of like bacon crumbles, which sounds pretty good, and then also some like mustard. Now I'm assuming he probably wants to use like chicken that you cook yourself, but you guys know I'm lazy, so I'm gonna be using pre-cooked frozen chicken because I'm a lazy piece of crap. So we got the tortilla, heated it up just a little bit to make it more like pliable, because I feel like when they're cold, they just kind of fall apart. So he says basically like servings of vegetables, like a half serving of vegetables. I'm just gonna put on like a good amount of veggies, and so I have spinach here, bell peppers, and mushrooms. So I'm just gonna kind of throw these on liberally, but you know, I don't want to have like a mound of spinach. So you know, we got spinach. I'm gonna throw some mushrooms on there. I already cleaned these, don't worry. Just regular mushrooms. Some mushrooms. And then just some bell peppers that I just cut up. So we'll put that on there. And then we got the chicken that was in the microwave. So we got that. And we'll just throw that on top, you know? So this is what it looks like so far. Whoop. This is what it looks like so far. Okay. And then I'm going to grab some of these bacon bits. There's about 30 calories per serving. So I'm just going to see, a serving is 7 grams. So I'm just going to put a little bit on there. I don't know how close that is to 7 grams. But we'll just like sprinkle it on. I think that's close enough. There's 12 servings in this, so I think I used about 1/12 of that. And then he says the Walden Farms mustard, but I'm just going to use regular mustard because I don't have that. So just throw some mustard on this bad boy. And there we go. That's what it looks like all plated up. Let's see if I can try and wrap this thing. What are those? Well, it's gonna be a taco. Did I drop some things? All right, so here is my open face wrap. So this is supposed to be 370 calories. Now, it says here, the reason I'm looking at my laptop, which has all the recipes on there, the La Tortilla wrap that he uses is 120 calories. Now, the wrap that I used, or the tortilla that I used, is 220. So I'm gonna add, so it's actually, this is gonna be 470 calories for this, which, it's still not that bad. For me, I can eat a lot of food, so I don't really mind that, but I mean, 370 if you're using that different type of wrap is probably pretty good. Let's try and taste this. It tastes pretty good, especially with those little bacon bits in it. Okay, well, I'm gonna get food all over myself while I finish this. Meal number 2 done. I cannot believe I messed up a wrap this bad. It's quite embarrassing, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, so it's 6 p.m. now, and we are about to make what apparently is a really big staple in everyone that has the Greg Doucette cookbook, and that is apple goop. Apparently, it's kind of a weird name, but apparently it's supposed to taste like the inside of an apple pie. That is what has been marketed to me. So let's get this started. So it looks like I ran into a problem. So I have this is 500 grams of apples, and then we have some oats, cinnamon, and sweetener in this. I didn't realize how much this was going to make, and it doesn't look like this bowl that I'm using is big enough. So I need to try and find a bigger bowl to fit it in, because it's just gonna overflow. This might be too big, but it's better than it being too small, I think, so we're gonna use this gigantic bowl. I'm pretty sure this is microwave safe. We'll find out if it's not. Alright, so now what we're doing is we're supposed to add a liter of water to a blender, and then it says we're supposed to use guar gum, which 1, I've never heard of, and 2, I could not find anywhere. So I'm gonna use xanthan gum. I hope that this is okay. If it's not, I am sorry, but I couldn't find the other kind. So basically I'm gonna throw this in there and then blend that for a little bit, and then add it to the apple mixture. Whoa, that's okay. That is weird. What the heck is this? I feel like I'm doing a science experiment right now. Mixed up. This is not what I thought it was gonna look like. And then it just says throw it in the microwave until it's like the apples are really soft. So I'll do it like minute intervals and kind of see what it's doing after a minute. So I've had it in the microwave for 3 minutes now, and it said like the apples are supposed to get soft, but they still feel pretty not soft. I might have not cut them into small enough pieces, but I'm just gonna keep microwaving it until hopefully it starts to, I don't know, resemble soft apples more, I guess. I don't think this is gonna work. This has been in the microwave for like 20 minutes. Every 2 minutes I'm taking it out and stirring, and the apples are still like really hard. And so I don't know what to do. I don't like it. That's what it looks like. It looks like really thick oatmeal, I guess. The only thing I can assume, and fair enough, is that I didn't use guar gum and I used xanthan gum. I'm assuming it must make it much different with the guar gum, because I don't think this is gonna work. Well, I think I might try and put it in like a smaller bowl, and I don't think it's gonna be sweet enough with the amount of food there, so I might add some syrup to it, make it taste a little bit better. I'm gonna try and make something out of this, because it's been like an hour that I've been trying to make this work, and I'm hungry, so yeah. I'm just gonna concede defeat, and I put it in this little bowl right here. I have, I don't know, probably like 1/3 of it, and I also put some Walden Farms pancake syrup in it to make it a little bit more sweet. So let's see how this tastes. It's not disgusting. I'm gonna eat it because I'm very hungry, but I definitely would like to maybe try this again, maybe with guar gum, or maybe cut the apples smaller, just try and make it all around better. Cause it's not gross, but I just know that it could be better. You win some, you lose some, you guys. Okay, so it's like 9:30 now, and the next meal that I'm probably gonna screw up is supposed to be the Golden Home protein pizza with beef. Now, I'm gonna be the first one to admit I am not really following this recipe to the T, because one, I couldn't find the Golden Home like base, so I'm gonna be using it's like a little bit bigger of a flour tortilla here. And instead of using beef, I'm gonna use pre-cooked chicken because I'm a piece of crap. Alright, so we got some veggies, the same veggies that I used before are sauteing in there. So we have onion, so we have bell peppers, mushrooms, and spinach in there. And right now I'm going to get the tortilla, or the pizza crust, and put it on this, and then throw it in the oven for a few minutes to crisp it up. Alright, so we got the base toasted up. Now we're just gonna let it sit out for a couple minutes and then add all the toppings and throw it back in so it can get all nice and crispy. Also, another little deviation from the actual recipe is I'm actually using vegan cheese. So this is from Follow Your Heart. This is the smoked Gouda. I'm assuming it's probably not going to melt very well because no vegan cheese melts really well. But I don't really feel like taking a lactate right now. I'm gonna be taking one later for the protein shake that I'm gonna be making. But so yeah, I'm using like a vegan cheese, and then I'm also going to add on top of it some of these bacon bits because I bought them, so I might as well use them. So now what we're gonna do is just add all the stuff. So we got some pizza sauce right here, grilled veggies that I just made with the chicken, the cheese, and the bacon bits. Alright, so the moment of truth. Let's take this pizza out of the oven. That actually doesn't look pretty bad. Compared to the last thing I tried to make, this is quite the step up. I'm proud of myself. Alright, so I feel like I feel like a phoenix that has risen from the ashes because of how bad that last thing was, and how I mean, there might be a lot of people that would see this and say, you didn't do that good. But for me, I'm very happy with it. So honestly, like, I would say that this is more of a Greg Doucette inspired dish more than it is a dish from the cookbook, because I kind of used the cookbook and made it my own. So this ends up probably being around like 700 calories, which is a lot more than what he has listed, because I added a bunch of stuff to it. But let's take a test. Here we go. The little bacon bits make it very good. The last thing we're going to be making today is one of these famous shakes that I've heard so much about when people talk about Greg Doucette's diet. So let's get started. So the first thing we're gonna add is our protein. So I'm using BPN fruity cereal. Fruity cereal is my personal favorite flavor of protein. All right, next is some almond milk, a little bit more of this evil xanthan gum, some sweetener, some frozen strawberries, some yogurt, and last but not least, some ice. Now I only have these weird little tiny ice cubes, so bear with me here. All right, now we blend. All right, so we're done, and this thing is like, this is like really thick. Look at this. Like that. That is no joke right there. Do like the blizzard test when you flip it over. Oop. Oop. Alright, so let's taste it. There it is. Wow. That's very good. And for this whole thing, right? This whole blender full, it is, let's see, what does it say here? This is the large, 520 calories, 71 grams of protein, which is, that's a lot of protein, but I honestly am not even sure if I'm going to be able to finish all of this. Alright, so just for like final thoughts, I just kind of calculated roughly what I ate today, and I'm actually surprised. So I've only eaten 2,430 calories, which is significantly lower than what I'd normally eat, and it's about 200 grams of protein. Now, so as far as like the cookbook, the diet, things like that, right? So when it comes to the cookbook, right, is it worth it? Because it is $99, but there are 100 recipes, I think, 99 recipes, 100 recipes. So that's technically what, like $1 a recipe. Do I think it's worth it to buy the cookbook? I would say that, I mean, I've looked through it and stuff, but I would say that if you could even find like 7-10 recipes that you really enjoy that you use every day, then I would say it's pretty worth it. And especially if you're someone that likes cooking more than I do, because I'm probably the worst person to be reviewing a cookbook because I don't enjoy cooking. Like, I really don't like it. Like, this thing, I can see myself making this again, for sure, right? 100%. Or like that pizza thing that I made just earlier, even though it technically wasn't from the cookbook gave me the idea to make that. The French toast that I made this morning. Like, so most of the meals that I made today, I actually really enjoyed, and I can see myself making them again. And so I do think that it's worth it, especially, you know, if you're someone that really enjoys cooking, I can see it being even more worth it. But all in all, I had a great time today experimenting. I think that as far as like what I doubt that Greg, you know, the person that made the book, is expecting everyone to follow every recipe to the T and like make everything exactly like it says there, right? It's all about kind of making it your own, and I kind of already did that today. So this was fun. I had a good time. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. There's one other thing that I wanted to say. Oh yeah, look how buff I am.
Obey the warning signs, and when there are flashing lights or wigwags, don't attempt to cross until they come to a complete stop.